I was just like, I don't have time for everything. Oh my gosh.
Wherever it goes, as long as you're with me, I feel at home.
All right, we're gonna see what all we can get done today. It's already been a little bit of a long day, but spent most of the morning trying to get this stupid phone working because it all of a sudden, sorry, I just got a text from Steve. It started malfunctioning yesterday, and I'm getting on a plane in 2 days, so to go home and visit family. So I spent the whole morning trying to fix it. Finally got it working. Just dropped off lunch to my honey. He's working in the ER, and I have a lot to do. I need to make some returns. Need to get a couple groceries. I need to redecorate my clinic because my patients, May 1st, 5:30 in the morning, we're already saying, what are you gonna do for this month? What are you gonna do for this month? So I promised them I would do it today before I hop on a plane. So I'm gonna see if I can go shopping for all the supplies and go decorate. And I had planned to make some pretty cool dinner. I had seen this recipe that just looked delicious, and I, usually like having something homemade for Steve when he gets off work. But depending on how much I get done, it may be a fast food night, so we'll see. So huge change of plans today. I only got a fraction of the things done that I meant to. I was able to get Steve his lunch, run some errands. That's it. I got my phone fixed. That took 2.5 hours. Getting Steve his lunch, driving, that took about an hour. Somehow running errands, like just doing a couple returns, took another like hour and a half. And then I am headed out to a friend's, a ball game for a friend's son in about 45 minutes before Steve gets off work. And I was just like, I don't have time for everything. Oh my gosh. I think that's probably the hardest part for me in like planning my days. What's always been the biggest stressor is I am a huge people pleaser. And like, I have never been great with boundaries. I feel like I need to say yes to everybody, and regardless of how chaotic that makes my day. But then I'm always so frustrated that I don't have the time to just slow down. And I was even thinking the other night, I was like, slowing down is hard. And I'm not even in a point in my life yet. Like a lot of people I know who have kids, who have full families, all this kind of thing. And it's still just rough. And so today was one of those days where I had to make that big decision of, what felt like to me is, who am I going to disappoint? Because I still have to do laundry, I still have to pack to go home and see my family. And part of me is like, well, I could do that tomorrow after work, but by that point, I'm not gonna be able to see Steve at all before I leave, and then I'm gone for almost a week. And then between our work schedules, we're not actually gonna have a full day together for a good probably 2 weeks. And so I'm like, no, that needs to happen today because I need that time tomorrow to slow down and just spend quality time together. And then, I think the big thing definitely was just going to redecorate the clinic. Like I said, it's the people there, my patients there I feel like a little mama bear, a big mama bear over them. I'm extremely protective. They mean so much to me. And, when they're coming around, it's just so excited for something as simple as, changing decorations for the season. It shows them that someone actually cares about them, and it's not just while you're clocked in at work. But that you see them as people and as, pretty much as family. With as much time as we all spend together, I see the same people 3 days a week, and it's now been over a year. And sorry, I'm trying to think at the same time I'm doing this. And so the other morning they came in, it was like a kid in a candy store. Like I said, the first thing they said was, all right, so what are you decorating with now? Some of them before even saying hello. And so, you know, it kills me that, you know, tomorrow morning I'm going to go in and they will have been so excited for this and I won't have followed through, and I'm going to have to give them a reason, and basically the only reason was I was busy or I was tired, which seems so insignificant, but it's not, because, you know, that's one of those boundaries that I'm like, the important things, and not to say that these patients are not important, not in any way whatsoever, but that the really big things in your life have to come first. For me, it's, you know, my faith, as cliche as it sounds, my faith, my family, and even though I'm really bad at maintaining it, is my health, because without that I can't, if I'm just running ragged, I can't take care of anybody else. And, you know, even though, like, objectively today I haven't put, you know, any specific time towards my faith, you know, journaling, reading my Bible, anything like that, things like this, serving, thinking about other people, you know, taking that time out of your day, that in turn for me is serving God, doing what He's given me talent for, and you know, called me to do as a woman. And with family, you know, it's making that decision to be like, all right, these are the priorities I need to focus on today, and the people I need to focus on today. I was actually able to spend probably a good hour talking to my mom, getting updated with her, because we haven't talked for a while. You know, I have the time to, rather than running myself ragged and being like, sorry babe, you get fast food tonight. Although we are foodies, don't get me wrong. We love a good Freddy's, Wendy's, Sonic. I mean, I love my food babies, if you can't tell. But you know, it means so much more, I feel like, for me being the one to be serving, and then I hope for Steve too, for him to be able to get off work and have a homemade meal that shows that, you know, I took the time to think about what he likes and what he needs, and that is so much more important in the long run. Okay, I'm struggling with this one. So yeah, all that to say, like, I'm so glad I was able to come to the point today, even though I still am feeling so guilty, that I was able to come to that decision of slowing down and saying, all right, these are the most important things in my day today. And some other things are gonna have to wait, even though, like I said, it still is killing me and I feel pretty guilty. So I so much admire people who do that naturally. I know multiple people who are just so good with their boundaries, with saying, nope, I'm not able to do this. Nope, I can't do this today, or this is gonna wait, this is what's important, and just having, from what it appears anyway, zero guilt, zero hesitation, and just being so convicted in what is important in their life and who is important in their life. And I love that. So yeah, that's about it. I feel like I had so much more on my mind as I was driving around and getting all this done. And now that I'm sitting here trying to multitask, it's like totally got out of my head. I will say I'm gonna leave all of this down in the description. I will put this little recipe down there. Super, super easy. I love crock pots. It gets a little tough sometimes. I know it's supposed to be like the best thing for when you're busy and you know, working or anything like that, but I work anywhere. Lately it had gone down to like a 12-hour shift, and now it's back to being more like around 14-15 hours. And so when I leave in the morning, it's like, that's still too long to put something in the crock pot, because then it's going to be way overdone, even if I put it on low. And I don't always have the opportunity to come home on lunch break, or even if I do, it's like sometimes I don't want to be rushing around on lunch to be like, okay, can I get home and get back in the right amount of time? But I love the crock pot. I have finally, I feel like, mastered pulled pork, which is one of my honey's favorites. He is a Southern man, and so he loves his pulled pork, his, you know, barbecue, anything like that. So again, that's one of the reasons I was really glad I was able to take the time to do that tonight. Because this will last. This is only like $10, and it's probably gonna make at least 4 meals, if not more than that. So pretty good investment and super simple.